Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about anatomy and physiology of female reproductive system. Like male reproductive system, in the female also we have external female reproductive parts and internal female reproductive parts. So in that external, it's collectively the external female reproductive organs are called vulva. So all the reproductive part which is present externally for the female, it is called vulva. So this is the list of external female reproductive parts. First one is mons pubis, labia majora, labia minora, clitoris, vestibule and perineum. So these are the female external reproductive organ. So what is mons pubis? It is a rounded, soft fullness of subcutaneous fatty tissue and prominence over the symphysis pubis that forms the interior border of the external reproductive organ, and it is covered with the varying amount of pubic hair. So this is about mons pubis. Next, coming to labia majora and labia minora. The labia majora are two rounded fleshy fold of tissue that extended from the mons pubis to the perineum, and it is protected the labia minora and urinary meatus and the vaginal interiors. So this is about the labia majora and minora. Next one is clitoris. So the term clitoris, it is derived from the Greek word which is meaning key. Okay, it is a erectile organ and it is rich vascular, highly sensitive to temperature, touch and pressure sensation. Next one is vestibule. It is a oval shaped area formed between the labia minora, clitoris and foregut, and the vestibule contains the external urethral meatus, vaginal introitus and the Bartholin glands. The last one is perineum. So it is the most posterior part of the external female reproductive organs and it extends from the foregut anteriorly to the anus posteriorly, and it's composed of fibrous and musculous tissue that support pelvic structures. So this is the last external female reproductive organs. You can see this picture and you can go through all the parts of external female reproductive organs. You can see one by one. Now we are going to see the internal female reproductive organ or parts. So we started with, this is called ovaries, this part is called as uterus, this tube like structure is called as fallopian tube, and this small area is called as cervix, and this area is called as vagina. So these are the female internal reproductive organs: ovary, uterus, fallopian tube, cervix and vagina. Now we are going to see one by one. First one is vagina. It is a canal, okay, that joins the cervix to the outside of the body, and it is also known as the birth canal. Why? When the woman give birth to a baby, through this vagina only the baby will come to the outer world. So and it is a connection, it is a pipe like connection which is the connection between the cervix and outside of the body. You can see in the picture. So this part is called as vagina. Next part is uterus. So it is a hollow organ that is the home to a developing fetus. So the fetus will develop in the uterus. It will grow the 9 months, the duration of the fetus it will take for the complete growth and development, and that things is happening in this uterus. So it is called as home of the developing fetus. The next part is ovaries. There are two ovaries. This is one and this is one. So it produces egg and hormones. The function of ovaries is it will produce egg and hormones for embryo development, and it is oval shaped gland that are located on either side of the uterus. So there are two ovaries for one female. So what it will do, it will produce egg. So from that egg only it will fertilize with the sperm and it will make baby, and it will produce hormone also, progesterone, estrogen hormone. The next part is fallopian tubes. There are also two fallopian tubes. You can see the tube structure. So it is a tunnel for the egg cell to travel from the ovaries to the uterus, where the fertilization happen. So when from the ovum that egg will release through the fallopian tube, it will come to the uterus. So it is for the travel of the egg from the ovary to the uterus. That function is done by the fallopian tubes, and the fertilization also occurs in the fallopian tubes only. Now I am going to tell you the journey of the egg cell. What happens when the first from the ovary the egg will produce. So through the fallopian tube it will travel, and when the egg will get sperm, it will fertilize and it will come and implement in the uterus. So there is a slowly development of the fetus once 9 months or 37 weeks of gestation completed. So then the baby will deliver through the cervix and through the vagina to the outer world. So this is the journey of the egg cell with the help of female reproductive parts. When male sperm and female egg or ova mix together, that process is called as fertilization. You can see in this picture, this is egg cell where so many sperm is getting inside. Out of that million of sperm, only one can get inside the ovum. Okay, sperms enters the egg cell. You can see in these pictures, out of so many sperm cell, only one can enter and it reach its destination. So the process where the male and female eggs are mixed together, that is called as fertilization. Fertilization of an egg by a sperm normally occurs in the fallopian tube. As I told you before, the fertilization, this process will be happen in the fallopian tube only, but later that fertilized egg cell is called as zygote. After that zygote, it moves towards the uterus where it implants into the lining of the uterine wall. So what will happen, from the egg, that ovum egg will come, and from the male body sperm will come, it will fertilize in the fallopian tube. So from the fallopian tube, it will, that after fertilization, that what it will form, no, that is called as zygote. That zygote, it will move toward the uterus and it will implant in the uterus. In this picture you can see this is the picture of fertilized egg. After that what will happen, it will be 2 cell stage. It will start to divide the cell division, then 4 cell stage, 8 cell and 16 cell stage. Then slowly, gradually, see, you can see the picture how the baby is growing, and at the end of the 20 weeks it will be like this. So it needs complete 37 weeks to complete the formation of a baby, and start it from here, and I have shown you here after 20 weeks only. It takes almost 37 weeks, then only the baby will be fully formed with the all parts, hands, legs, all the body parts. So today we have seen about the female reproductive organs, external as well as internal, and the how with the help of sperm and the ovum the baby is developing. So with this we have finished the female reproductive parts. Thank you everyone.